Hiya. Just got to the show. We've already had a bit of argy-bargy just coming in. We were in the queue and this bloke tried to push past Alicia, and then his mates decided to tell us to wind our necks in because we didn't want to be queue barged, bizarrely. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Mate, just taking it all in, we just walked in the show. It's the first time at the NEC actually, which is why I didn't know where to go. Pretty good halls, to be fair. CF Moto. Let's go to the Ducati shop before it gets inundated. Quite good coming midweek because it's not too busy. Just looking for big red signs for Ducati. I always find it quite amazing. It's just like only been open 10 minutes. Norton stand is swamped. It's a shame you can't sit on it. It's like makes it a bit too much like a car show. I'm a bit disappointed in that Norton stand, to be fair, because you want to sit on the bikes. I think they've got a couple over the other side you can sit on. Fair enough. You know what I would like to have a look at is this aerial. Come over here. These have got the Honda 1200 engines today.
So Honda VFR 1200.
Yeah. Motor. And you've got two of them here. What are the differences between these ones?
So the basic bike is the same.
Okay. Basic chassis.
That are different.
Okay.
So you can basically customise it how you want it.
Yeah.
So this has got the Odin twin out fork.
Because you do the what are the other options? You do different forks, don't you? The girder. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. What are they? 180 brake?
About 175.
175, yeah. So enough for the street. So if we wanted to come down and have a spin at one suicide, that'd be possible. Wow, cool. And what electronics do you use on it?
It's a Honda ECU.
So it's everything Honda. You've done the chassis and then you've done the suspension setup and ergonomics.
Yeah, so it's rigged up like a Honda.
Okay. Is it alright to sit on these as well?
Technology, Dan,
Cool.
Yeah, go for it.
Feels like a bike. Come and have a look at the forks on this. It is quite a spectacular looking front end. Yeah. Oh, you got some buttons under here. These just general electronics. Set up the dash, okay. 120, that's all right, isn't it? And in the UK, you get refuel quite easily. For me, just sitting, that feels more calm. That feels more sporty with the clip-ons, as you'd expect when you. I love those girder forks. They are. Do most people spec them with that? Is that quite an expensive?
It's quite common.
Is it quite an expensive option?
It's £3,700.
Including that, or plus that, so it's like 4 1/4.
Yeah, like 4.2. You know, there's a lot of engineering in that.
So that includes the shock.
That includes the shock.
So it's a 1,200 quid shock anyway. So it's £3,000 for the forks, and then the shock. Thank you very much for your time. See you later. This hasn't been on. Oh look, that's quite big news. BSA, they've got a stand here. So BSA is a bike from the 60s. That's Ducati Superleggera there, and then on a non-Ducati stand. That's 80 grand's worth. Yeah, BSA, obviously they're coming back to the market, aren't they? I don't know their history, if they folded in the 70s or whether they folded recently, I don't know, but good to see them back. Very flash Ducati stand, isn't it? Nice and white and bright. Oh yeah, that's nice and soft. He just tested that suspension there. Excuse me, do you know if you have the V4, the new V4 on the stand? You don't?
Oh, you mean the Panigale?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's stuck in custom. So.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, on the way from Hickman.
Wow.
Blame bricks.
Screw you, Brexit.
Yeah.
Do you have much technical knowledge on the Panigale V4?
No. Here's what you want to know.
I wanted to know the relationship of the swing arm position of the new V4 against the V4R.
No.
Do you have a technical legend on the site?
Oh, thank you.
Hi, I got the microphone right in my mouth now to keep Alicia happy. So I didn't catch your name.
Ches.
Oh, okay, Ches. Nice to meet you. I'm Rick. So I've got a Ducati, so I'm excited a new one comes out, and I've been looking at all the specs. And one thing I noticed was the swing arm position has changed on the new bike, and they say they've lowered it 4 millimeters. And I was wondering if that's now the same as this stock swing arm position on the R, even though the R is adjustable, but how it comes from the factory.
Yeah, they've changed it over to the R model, obviously, for a bit more track focused.
Yeah.
So the swing arm, the frame, that's all the same as the R model.
Obviously the forks are now the gas forks, so they're the same as the R, apart from they're electronically adjustable now, but they're a higher spec fork.
Yep.
And then the linkage has been changed, but I think that's a new linkage for this year.
Yeah, there's a new linkage, but there's not that much information out just yet on that. So yeah.
And there was one more question I was going to ask. So the swing arm is held on by the back of the engine, but also it's got the plates on the side with the footrests are also part of.
Yeah.
Are those parts interchangeable between the pre-22 bike and the 22 bike?
No, they're not.
So you can't put the R swing arm position from the 22 bike on your 18
No,
bike?
you can't. No.
Is the swing arm different?
The swing arm is the same, but
Right.
yeah.
Is it the back of the engine case?
It's the back of the engine case. So where it mounts is the difference. So
Right, okay, so the only way, if you want to play around with swing arm position, is to have an R.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Thanks,
Cool.
Jez.
See you later.
Okay. Cool. So that's clarified that. I've been on some of the forums saying that maybe you might be able to swap those couple of parts over, and then you've got adjustable swing arm pivot on the stock bike, but you can't. So you're done. You have to get the R. This is a nice bike, probably 200 grand's worth of Honda. How are you doing? Are you alright?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah.
So what's happening here, Pete?
So this is my own stand. I'm here with my PHR Performance Centre, which we are a one-stop shop, so to speak, for anything to do with bikes, whether that be on-road, off-road, track bikes, race bikes. We're Loughton, Lincolnshire, so 10 minutes from Cadwell Park. Yeah, so we've got a full dedicated engine room, a full dedicated workshop, suspension technician, graphics, paint, dyno, remapping. We are literally a one-stop. Well, when I say one-stop shop, we really are.
It's Pete's one-stop shop.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
There's like the mini bikes or pit bikes, they're crazy, aren't they? You look at them, you think that's going to be rubbish, but then when you ride them, they're actually, the sensation of speed is really high because you're so close to the floor and you're often close to the tyre barriers and stuff like that. The racing's excellent fun on them. And you're UK stockist now or something, are you?
Yeah, so I'm the UK importer for O'Varley's. Kids can start racing them at 7-8 years of age.
Or 40.
Yeah, or 40. It literally is for kids and adults. So we got the championship winning bike here from the 110 class this year, which is an 8-year-old kid called Wilson Dilks. We've then got a brand new...
Is that any relation to Peter Dilks?
Yes,
Is it your son? Oh, no way.
Yeah, so that's Pete's son. So he won the championship this year. Really, really good rider. He's going to be a cracking rider when he's older. He's really, really good to watch. We've then got a brand new 110 and also the brand new 190, which is GP2, which is more of an adult bike, but kids can ride them from 12 years old onwards. So they start at 4,200 quid is for the 110. So they're not a particularly cheap bike. The 160s are about 4,750, and then the 190s start at 5.5-ish, and then they go all the way up to nearly 7 grand.
And they made in Italy?
Yeah, made in Italy.
They're kind of like, I guess, a halfway point between the Bucci and these, like the Chinese ones, price-wise.
They're a rival to Bucci, if you like.
Quality-wise.
Yeah, quality-wise.
Bucci, aren't they?
No, they're dearer than Bucci.
Oh, are they?
Well, it depends how you do it. If you buy a standard Bucci, then the standard Bucci is cheaper. But then if you put all the bits on it that the O'Varley already has on it, it ends up being more expensive.
Right. Do you stock parts? Or do you have to get them in?
Yeah, everything. So we are the sole importer and supplier and distributor for O'Varley in the UK.
Fantastic. And then you can carry everybody through onto the big bikes as well.
That's the plan, yeah.
Sweet. All right, thank you very much.
Welcome.